Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
First today, remember those Brexit impact assessments that the Brexit department was supposed to be working on. 57, or was it 58? Well, it turns out they don't exist after all. Here's what the Brexit Secretary David Davis had to say to MPs on the Commons Select Committee this very morning.
Just to be clear, has the government undertaken any impact assessments on the implications of leaving the EU for different sectors of the
not in sectors. I think the
economy.
What we do have, or not do have, the Treasury of course has got an OBR forecast which has an implication. Although even that's pretty crude. That's done from the average, I think, of all the external forecasts of impact on the economy and so on. So there's no sort of systematic impact assessment.
So the answer to the question is no.
So the answer to the question is no, Greg Hands. Yet last December, Davis says we've carried out, or are in the midst of carrying out, 57 sectoral analyses.
Well, Andrew, we've done what Parliament asked us to do, which was to publish what we had, subject to retaining any information that might be damaging
But do they
to
exist?
the UK's negotiating position.
Do they exist?
Well, what has been published is what exists.
So are there or are there not 57 sectoral analyses?
Well, I have not seen the number, nor have I counted the number of analyses, but the important thing...
He's just said there aren't any.
The important thing is that we have published what Parliament has asked us to publish.
No, the important thing is that ministers tell the truth. And in December, he said he's carried out or is carrying out 57 sectoral analyses. Today, he says there aren't any sectoral analyses. Well, both statements cannot be right.
I think the difference is what exactly one defines as being a sector. The point is that what Parliament asked us to publish, these analyses, has now been published. The difference, I think, is whether they relate specifically to a set of sectors or not. But that is like a degree of undergrowth that I think is the important thing, is that the government is getting on with the negotiation. We've done what
Oh, really? That's going really well too, isn't it?
Well, we are confident of getting
We'll come on to that in a minute. I just want to clarify once and for all, because he said they hadn't done sectoral analysis this morning. In December, he said that last December, he said they had. Now, what is it? Both statements cannot be true.
Well, it depends, as I say, it depends what you mean by a sector and a sectoral analysis.
Well, we're talking about 57.
OK, well, we have published, as I said, we have published what is out there. In terms of, he said specifically that it would be
have you published 57?
difficult to say precisely what a sector is in terms of the analysis today that he said when he was appearing before the DEXU Select Committee.
But hold on, he knew enough about them 2 weeks ago to say they contained, quote, excruciating detail.
Well, aspects of it is quite detailed, and some of the aspects that might be damaging to the UK in the negotiations is really important. Nobody in their right mind would want the UK to be damaged in its negotiation in this country.
I'm not even asking about whether they should be published or not. That's another issue, and we've debated it on this programme. I'm still trying to establish from you, a Minister of the Crown, a member of the Cabinet, if they exist or not.
Well, I'm not a member of the Cabinet, Andrew.
All right, well, maybe one day.
What I can say is that what Parliament has asked to have published has been published. In terms of whether they are 58 or 57 specific sectors or not, is a matter of different interpretation.
So why did he tell the Commons Select Committee this morning that as sectoral analyses, they don't exist?
Well, in the sense of looking at a refined sector-by-sector analysis in a very closed, compartmental way, does not exist.
But he said they did only a few weeks ago.
He said the analysis existed, but not necessarily in the way that you have described it, or the way that Hilary Benn has described it.
People watching this will just find this incredible. No wonder politicians get a bad name if you can't even answer a simple question like, are there 57 sectoral analyses or aren't there?
Well, there is a set of sectoral analyses that have been published, redacted where it's been necessary to preserve the UK's negotiating position. That is the important thing.
OK. I don't think I need to come to you on this. I'll come to you later on other matters.